Welcome to One Robin Cook. Today I've got my big sister Martine. What are you going to cook for us, Martine?
It's a family recipe, Apple Crumble. It's one I've been cooking for the family for many years. I got it out of a recipe book I got when I got married over 40 years ago, and I've adjusted it slightly as time has gone on to our own favourite recipe.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to peel the apples. These are cooking apples, Bramleys. Oops. Leave the apples in the sink. Don't cut them up while you're still peeling because they'll go brown once you start to cut them up. And although they won't do you any harm and they don't taste any different, they don't look very pretty. Just cut them into the pan. Doesn't matter the size of lumps that you cut them into. Very roughly. Just a wee bit of water. Literally, that's all. I'm not sure how much that is, probably just over a tablespoonful. Cut the apples, brought it over to the cooker, and I'm going to put some sugar in it now. This is caster sugar. Now, it's at least 2 ounces you put on, but it'll depend on your own taste and how sweet the apples are. Bramley apples don't tend to be very sweet, so I've actually got 3 ounces in this wee jar, but I'll wait and see how that goes with about 2 ounces. Put it on high, place the lid on it. I'll give it 1 stir, and in the meantime I'll go and make the crumble. The butter that was melting has now melted. It's in the pan, and now I'm going to add flour, semolina and sugar to the mix. I take 4 ounces of flour, self-raising flour, add it into the melted butter. And just stir it round. 2 ounces of semolina, dried semolina. You just pour it in, there's no particular way to do it. Just keep mixing it in, and this is 2 ounces of caster sugar. And really, that is your crumble. You're just looking to get a crumbly effect now. Using the back of the spoon to sort of press it down. And then you add a teaspoonful of cinnamon. Maybe half a teaspoonful. Right, that's the crumble ready to put on top of the apples. The apples were cooked earlier because they really need to be cool before you put the crumble on top and put them in the oven. A mistake I've made in the past is to do the apples, the crumble, put it in the oven, and the apples just boil right over and spill into your oven. So you don't want that to happen. So have your apples pretty cool or cold. So your cool apples go in the bowl. You just want to fill it to about 1/3 of the way up your bowl. The rest of the apples can freeze very successfully in this state, so you don't need to use them all. At this point you might want to take a wee spoon and check your apples are sweet enough for you. Not too bad, but I would add a tiny wee bit of sugar over the top just to Sweeten it up a wee bit. And then you want to put your crumble on top. And just spread it over. And you want it just below the top of your bowl. Try and make sure you get it right to the edges though, so that there's not really any gaps, so that the juice doesn't bubble up through the top of it. And you can leave the top kind of rough. Now we get about a quarter spoonful is enough, quarter teaspoonful of cinnamon, and it's easier to spread it around just working it through your fingers over the top of the crumble. Yeah. Tidy it all up, it's fine. And now it's ready to go in the oven. When you put it in the oven, sometimes I put a baking sheet under it in case it does spill over. At the moment though, I've got a liner, an oven liner in, so if it spills over, I don't need to worry about it. It shouldn't spill though. Would you like cream or ice cream or both?
Back rows, please. Okay. Lovely jubbly. If I burn my mouth, you know what's going to happen, don't you? Even like the extra sugar in made a difference. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely jubbly.